Sydney. See, we ask you a question, and if you get it wrong, booga! You die.
Jesus Christ, why don't you shut up? Sorry. I was just trying to be nice.
At no point were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Stop looking at me, Swan!
We're live.
And we're live, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to a show about shows presents movie drafts, where we draft something involving movies. Sorry, Kitty, let me get on screen here. This is the 5th edition. Today we're doing some funny men, some LOL, some chuckles, some RFLs as we draft movies from Adam Sandler and Jim Carrey. Two of my favorites, definitely, as a 90s kid. My God, these two ruled the 90s, continue to rule some of the 2000s. And but we're also maybe draft some maybe dramatic movies as well. That's from their entire filmography, as long as they're an important part. So nothing with cameos. I didn't say that earlier, but I think everyone's pretty much on the same board for that here. We're doing 5 and 5, as long as we have 5 Sandler and 5 Carreys. That's what we're looking for at the end of the list here. You can draft them in any kind of order you please as we go out throughout the list. I'm JPO, Jordan Pierce Owens. Up next on the panel here, Richie Nemo Goodacre. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, this should be interesting. Yeah, two of my favorites here. Yeah, two great comedic actors who, when they delve into drama, they usually hit. So be good. I'm gonna try and get a nice mix of both genres here. So, yeah.
Speaking of the genre master, Chris Diaz, how are you?
Doing good. Here to talk about two people I actually do like, even when they in crap movie, I do like them. As usual.
And last but certainly not least, the man that I believe actually was the one that requested this, so the brain master behind this particular episode, Shabadoo, Brian Newsbaum.
It's going good. I came up with this because two of my favorite actors growing up watching the movies. Even though it technically can't be Richie tonight because it's not trivia, but we'll see how well the job goes tonight.
Alrighty, so we are in order. Off air, we did go randomize the order here. Brian actually did have first pick, but he decided to go with the last pick, which is not bad because he will get because of the snake draft, the dual pick at the end here, so he's gonna get 2 for 1. I decided to go first. After me will be Richie, Chris, and then Brian, and then we'll snake it back to me. Then we'll go Brian, Chris, Richie, and me, etc., etc. First pick for me. Hey, is anyone here surprised? What am I gonna pick, everybody? 3, 2, 1.
Eternal Sunshine Spotlight Mine.
I'm not gonna pull any surprises. It's not an M. Night Shyamalan movie. My first pick, Jim Carrey's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind here will be my first pick on the board. Fell in love with it, rented it from the library on VHS. A couple years after it had been out already, I literally picked it up just because I like Jim Carrey. Actually, it might have been the only actor I liked. No, I probably knew Elijah Wood as the Hobbit at that point. So picked it up for them, and yeah, I think I absolutely fell in love with it. It is my most watched movie of all time, so not a surprise that it's my first pick. Richie, what are you going for?
Good pick. That's a solid pick. I can see why you wanted to go first because to try and get that off the I know you'd be pissed if that was off the board.
I would have been heartbroken. That's the only one. Like I'll be upset later a little bit, I'm sure, but would have been definitely a little heartbroken if someone had just snaked that from me.
Yeah, and especially if it's just out of spite as well. You're like, nah, I'm taking it so you can't. No. I'm gonna go Sandler first. I'm gonna go one of his better comedies. I'm gonna go Happy Gilmore. Give me Happy Gilmore.
Alrighty, why don't you go home? Happy Gilmore. I was gonna say I think I still have it near me. Obviously, a fan. One of the best Funko Pop sets here. If anyone watching would like to give me the him in the tub set, really mad. That's the next one I need. As you saw from the opener here, so Happy Gilmore is taken off the board here. We got one Sandler, one Carrey off the board. Chris Diaz, what's your first pick?
I did go with one of Adam Sandler series film, like going with Hustle last year.
Recent but very good Hustle.
Really good movie. kind of on Adam Sandler better one the last couple of years. I liked his relationship with the guy he coaching. I like the training montage. I like Ben Foster in it. I like the humor about the dramatic stuff. One is what Adam Sandler could do more than just the poo-poo type comedy, and it really worked well with the laugh and the heart and one. I had to take it off because I know somebody would bring it up eventually.
Jacob Barber was here. Probably would want to high for him. Yeah, really good pick here. Hustle, I believe, in my top 10 of last year. I really dug it
Made
too.
my
I thought
top
he
10
was
too.
snubbed slightly for the Oscar. I thought he was that good at it.
Yeah.
So good pick here. Hey, Sandler's had several good years, man. Uncut Gems. Said some good ones the last few years. Brian, what's your first pick?
I'm gonna go with Stop Looking at Me Swan. Billy Madison, my first pick. This is a movie I grew up watching. I always rewatch it, love the comedy bits. The maid, Juanita, always makes me laugh. Chris Farley and the angry bus driver. No young on the bus. All the great moments. And has a good score as well. So yeah, that's my first pick.
Good pick here, man. Definitely upsets me being first pick that I'm not getting the two classic 90s Sandlers here. So the definitely good ones there. Well, you're not done, Brian. What you got now?
I'm gonna go with Jim Carrey on this one. I'm gonna go with the color of the pen is the whole of my head is royal blue.
No.
Liar is
I
my
forbid
next pick.
you.
No,
This-
okay.
Another one I grew up watching as a kid, saw on TV. Loved the comedy with Jim Carrey trying not to lie. All the best bits. Him being I'm kicking my own ass. Do you mind? And even the whole round with him trying not to lie with the parking tickets and all. So yeah, all the people laugh. So liar.
Liar off the board. Fun pick, Chris.
Yeah, there you go. With one of my favorite Jim Carrey movies we watch a lot of time. My name is Cuban Pete. I go with the mask. Yeah, I love the mask. It's hysterical. It's quotable. It's silly, but it's such a fun, entertaining Jim Carrey movie where the Cuban Pete is one of my favorite Jim Carrey moments in his movie. And like the scene in the park where everything coming out his pocket, the bazooka, the policeman. It's fun. Cameron Diaz one of her first movie, and it's just one of the best movies from him. Had to go with.
I will kill. Ha ha ha.
Richie, what you got coming up next?
Man, well, I had those two, but anyway, no. I'll go Jim Carrey. Go one of his sort of semi-serious role. And it's appropriate. I'm doing this because Andy Kaufman just got announced for the WWE Hall of Fame. I'm going Man on the Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Good one there. Yes, shout out to Andy Kaufman, rightfully getting into the Hall of Fame, man. I mean, like I said, in our private chat, I'm down for it, even not for Celebrity Week, man. Like that was a big mainstream thing, and yeah, I'm down for that. I'm wondering who's going to accept the award, but I'm totally down for that. I'm sticking with Carrey for now, and I'm gonna go. I want the Truman Show. I'm gonna take that off the board here. Another mix of he's extremely lovable in the film here. I love the premise here. It's even I think kind of like before its time to a degree here because now I kind of feel like we get shows like this all the time, and I really do feel like we're not that far away from like picking somebody as a baby and just lying to them from the get-go. Like I really feel like we're not that far from that. So gotta go Truman Show is my next pick here. And oh yeah, I forgot how the show worked. Let's see. Good, I get another pick. Yes, I'm gonna now go with my first Adam Sandler one now, which is surprising that it took me a couple rounds here. But I am gonna go The Wedding Singer. Right up there in his classic 90s. It is also to me easily the best rom-com of Sandler or even Carrey's. We truly care about the relationship between Sandler and Barrymore here. You're absolutely sold. You're heartbroken when he's willing to walk away because he thinks she's happy here. The plane at the end, you're rooting for it. Again, very quotable, fun stuff, great cameos, great supporting stars. So, yeah, definitely happy to take Wedding Singer off the board as we're back to Richard.
Yeah. Um, yeah. I'm gonna go Sandler, and I'll go Big Daddy.
Oh, you're making my choice much easier for next part.
Thanks.
Big Daddy
Like
off the board. I'm sure. Yeah, we all love to eat packets of ketchup. And why did I win? Because I win. Chris, what you got?
Go Hooters.
I am sorry, guys. I had to take the too serious Sandler movie off the board. I go with Uncut Gem. This is once again Sandler showing that he could do more than just comedy. He played unlikable asshole, but it's a movie that you feel so intense, so on the edge of your seat, and it's Sandler doing his best acting in the long ride. Cameron Garnett is great. Adina Menzel is phenomenal in the movie. A great intense movie by the same people who did Good Time, and I love this film. Even though I don't like his character, I think he should have got the Oscar nomination. And yeah.
That's why I think it's even more so that he should have got it for Hustle because I feel like they ignored him for Punch Drunk Love, they ignored him for Uncut Gems, and and they ignored him now for Hustle. Same thing with Carrey.
Yeah.
I think
I
after
do.
Truman Show, Man on the Moon, and then Eternal Sunshine, it's
Yeah.
like, damn, what more do these guys have to fucking do to get an Oscar nod?
Sorry, guys, I had to take it to write someone to understand a little better roll off here that quickly.
Ain't no story here, man. I think we're all happy with what we got so far. Brian, what you got?
I'm gonna go with Carrey on this one. I'll go with How the Grinch Stole Christmas on this one. Even though his performance is unrecognizable, he played the role perfectly as the Grinch. He double hate loathed entirely all the mannerisms of him, and yeah, that's my pick. That's my pick.
All right, we'll keep going. Personally, you can have it. What else you got?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Sandal on this one, and I'll go with The Longest Yard.
Ooh.
A great surprise comedy for him in 2000s. He does good with drama and sports films, and it's great to see some westerns show up like the Great Khali, Goldberg, Stone Cold. It has some good comedy bits.
Kevin Nash.
Yeah, Kevin Nash as well, and his chemistry with Chris Rock and Burt Reynolds is great. So, Longest Yard.
All right, Longest Yard off the board. Football remake. What we got, Chris, for your fourth?
I can't believe it's taking this long to come to it for Jim Carrey. I go with Dumb and Dumber. Like, yeah, I think him and that Daniel that worked so perfectly well together. Stupid, yes, but hysterical. Their chemistry together is definitely one of the best. My buddy duo for Jim Carrey's career.
Yeah, another 94 classic off the board. Chris nabbing two of the 94 classics, actually. Richie, what you got?
I'll get the other 94 classic. I'll get Ace Ventura Pet Detective. Is that 94?
Yeah. You got the third one, as you said. Also, everyone doing really good. Everyone's literally even, by the way. Everyone's got 2 and 2, so everyone's flip flopping, which is good. So let's see. Ace Ventura is off the board. Let me see here. All right, my top row Sandler is gone. Let's look at my Carrey here. Top Carrey is gone. So I gotta choose between that and that. I'm going to take Judd Apatow's Funny People. Another actually really good mix of comedy and drama from Sandler here. I think he does really good stuff in here. And also another just great eclectic cast. I love everyone that pops in, whether it's for a scene or a big arc. And then I'm going to flip flop over to Carrey and take Bruce Almighty. Funny stuff from him. This was actually kind of warm up to me. I think even more as the years have kind of gone on. I think I liked it. I've kind of continued to just kind of like it just a little bit more and be charmed by it more as we go on. So yeah, Bruce Almighty off the board. Richie.
Ew. I'm taking another more sort of dramatic and Sandler role. I'm gonna take Rain Over Me.
Good choice.
Yes, another good role of his. Heartbroken man that lost his kids and his wife. With some good quotables, or not quotable, but if you're doing monologues, some good stuff from that as well. Quotables, not the right word. Chris, what you got?
You know what? I don't think probably my first Sandler Sandler comedy that I actually do love. It's just sad. It's probably the second great time Drew Barrymore to him just enough to get 50-50. Like, I see it's sweet. I see it's funny. Is it a little bit over there? Yes, but have a sweet love story between him and Drew Barrymore. Like their stuff together, really cute and funny. Sean Astin is really funny in it. The dad is really funny. It's just a good feel-good movie that I think I rewatch every Valentine's Day whenever I can. Like,
Yeah, no, it's a good follow up here. I wish the third one was as good as these first two, because then we would have had a great little love trilogy between these two. Brian, what you got?
I'm gonna go with a sequel I quite enjoy, and Jordan Anderson loves it a lot. When I go Ace Ventura 2 when nature calls.
Yeah, you can have it.
yikes.
It has some good moments. Chicago, all like Bubblegum Tuna, even the whole opening with the cliffhanger parody as well. So my next pick, I'll go with let's go with Grown Ups.
Definitely have that.
You can have that too. That's fine.
I was afraid when you were talking sequels that you were about to say Grown Ups too. I was about to end this stream.
Oh my!
No, that's horrendous. The first one's better.
I about to end a stream with Grown Up.
It is slightly better. Chris, what you got?
Should I go to Anders Sandler or should I go Jim Carrey? You know what?
That is the question.
I don't go with Jim Carrey. I don't go with I think the better of the two, even though I like the first one a lot. I go with Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Like,
ooh, the sequel.
I really liked it. I think Jim Carrey give you more to do and him be the role we want him to be. You got Idris Elba and Knuckle and it's fantastic casting. I think the humor is funnier. I think the hysterical moments. Even the human stuff, I think the wedding stuff is pretty funny, especially with just like the one that's getting married, especially when she explodes, getting in range. It was a fun movie for last year. I can't wait. I hope they do a third one based on.
They are doing a third one actually. They are.
I love this film. I think
probably without Carrey.
I think the first one is great, but I think the second one used Jim Carrey more to advantage and it show how great the character is he's playing for the video game. This is one of the better video game adaptations like up here.
Richie, what are you eating?
I was drinking a Splice Oak thing. Splice is like a ice block, but they made it into a milk thing. Yeah.
I'm gonna Google whatever that is. What's your next pick, Richie?
I'll go Jim Carrey. I'll go Kick-Ass 2.
Okay. Movie that I feel he's kind of soured on later on because he didn't know how violent that thing was gonna be. But
we have some interesting picks.
Alrighty, let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna definitely take that, and I'm gonna take. Let's see. Alrighty. First off, as going back to the Sandman, we're gonna take the Water Boy.
I thought that was on the board.
Yeah. Gotta look at your list, Rich. You gotta look at your list here. Captain Insano. Love the relationship with his mom as another self-professed mama's boy. Who also too, I was like, Mom, I think I want to play football. And she was like, yeah. Do you really want to? I'm like, nah, you right. Let me stay home. So yeah, I gotta love the Water Boy, but Mama don't know, can't hurt her. And then for my next pick, I'm just gonna go ahead and take the first Sonic the Hedgehog to kind of reiterate what Chris said. It's definitely was a very solid video game movie here because they actually found like a decent plot and like good characters around it here, and Carrey is definitely, to a degree elevating the script by having just a lot of fun here. There is a character beneath it, but they're also kind of letting him kind of go wild and have fun. So I'll take that for my number 7th as we go to Richie's 7th.
Yeah. There was something that came up that. Sorry. Oh yeah. I'm gonna go Sandler, and I'm gonna go Hotel Transylvania.
I look cartoon out of here. Probably wasn't going to personally go cartoon, but that's just kind of my particular taste. I'm surprised Brian hasn't done that yet, actually. So, yeah, first Hotel Transylvania. You got two more. Can't do the fourth, but you got two more if anyone wants them. Chris.
You know what? I don't think how many Adam Sandler I had left.
Sorry, I was updating my list too. You're even, so you got 2 and 2.
So I got two Adam Sandler left, two Jim Carrey. I don't to finish. To probably took it long to get it, but the last of Jim Adam Sandler series full Punch Drunk Love. Like this is an amazing film. I think it's one of his greatest performance. A great serious performance. And it's a great movie put by Thomas Anderson, so I had to go Punch Drunk Love before somebody else take it. I think I almost got all of his series full. Holy shit!
Yeah, you ended up getting some good serious pulls here, but they're all good pulls. So yeah, Punch Drunk Love was kind of I think the first side of like, oh shit, look what Sandler can do. Brad, what you got?
I'll go with Hotel Transylvania 2, actually. I quite enjoyed the sequel more than the first one.
I was coughing. Which one did you choose?
Hotel Transylvania 2.
Okay, just making sure you didn't say the third one.
And then next pick I'll take is a series of unfortunate events for my next pick.
We're going to have to find a way to abbreviate some of these titles, so I'm not going to be able to fit everyone's list. We got another Sandler on for you. So, but yeah, you're pretty much even as well here as we're back to Chris.
You know what? Yeah, friend, I give it one of Jim Carrey craziest role, but it paired well with Matthew Bobbitt, the cable guy.
Oh yeah,
Cable guy.
Hysterical trained movie for Jim Carrey, but I all for it. The medieval time sequence is hysterical. Yeah, I had to pull out left field for Jim Carrey. I had to pull out one of his more unique type crazy role.
Cable guy off the board. It's another one I think has kind of warmed up to people. Not loved by everyone back in the day, but I think it's found a nice cult following. So much so that we actually got a little bit of a reprisal during the Super Bowl last year. Richie, what you got?
Let's go Jim Carrey. Let's go. I Love You, Philip Morris. That's a good movie.
Good choice.
JP's favorites.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I honestly backed off getting it a couple times because I thought it was gonna be a little sneaky.
I went back and forth between
no one else thought about this. Yes, I do like that pick. Like I said, I almost grabbed it a couple times actually. So yeah, I think it's a really great tale. Another really just like interesting performance by Carrey. You haven't seen it really anything else here. All right, let's see. You got the snaky snake for me. Okay, so yeah. So I could do. Hold on, I'm also looking real quick. So I got one more Carrey and 2 more Sandlers. So okay, I'm gonna do that.
I have to figure out Sandler last pick.
All right, I'm gonna hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna finish my Sandlers right now. I'm gonna finish it because I'm gonna go 2 in a row. I'm gonna go comedy here. First, I'm gonna take Airheads.
Oh man,
I've kind of referenced and talked about it a good amount here. Really fun. Earlier performance here before he was a leading man, but he's still one of the 3 leads along with current Oscar winner Brendan Fraser. I think it's his first movie with Steve Buscemi. So he's still likable and cute in this movie too. I really like him as Pip, the pool boy drummer boy. And then finally, movie I actually did a rewatch of recently here. It's mostly handles, I think, the comedy and drama well. Sometimes the comedy loses me to a degree, but I thought it's a good mix of both. Click. I'm gonna go ahead and choose Click here. There's some really beautiful moments with like him and Henry Winkler, and some really good laugh out loud moments as well, and a really cool premise too. So I'm gonna take that for my 9th as we go to Richie's 9th.
Cool. Yeah. I was going to finish off my Adam Sandler with Airheads, but I did have a backup. This one, yeah, like it was in the mix of Adam Sandler where he wasn't doing as good, but like this one's actually decent. It's not too bad. I'm gonna finish off my Sandler with "You Don't Mess with the Zohan." All right, I think it's all right.
I think that is actually a fun one too. I think, and it's, to me, I always say that's kind of like a mid tier but a high mid tier Sandler. Like I do dig that one. I think it's an easy fun watch. So be ready for your carry because you do have to do that next. But first, Chris.
Hey, should I give a cameo? Sure. You know what? I thought we looked through Sandler list and I forgot another one. His last serious role, actually, a lot of people forget. The Make-A-Wish story. New and selected.
Narwitz, yeah.
Yeah.
Pirates.
Yeah. Phenomenal.
I thought you said Make a Wish.
Really good Noah Baumbach movie. Once again, showing you Anna Taylor does well with what he given, especially compared with Noah Baumbach. Great performance for Ben Stiller, Justin Hoffman, and a bunch of other people. Have it. Do check this out. A really unique type movie.
No, it's a really good pick. I was very much thinking about that during my last round of doing a little more serious or sticking with the comedies, but I like that pick a lot. Brian.
I'm going to go with Mr. Deeds on this one.
I was thinking that too.
And for my last pick, I'll go with Fun with Dick and Jane.
I'm gonna abbreviate your list. You chose a lot of long titles.
Just put fun with D&G. D&J.
No, I gotta go retroactively go back and I just took away how the Grinch stole and just put Grinch. People know what you're talking about. And then I did do what you said. D&J. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, one Sandler, one Carrey. So yeah, you fulfilled the quota here. So good stuff there. As we bounce back to Chris, who
my last Jim Carrey.
Yeah, one more Carrey. Yep.
Yeah, between two. You know what? I think we got animated. I think I don't have it animated on my list. I don't with the other Doctor, only other Doctor Seuss movie I actually like besides the first Jim Carrey one he did. Horton Hear Who. I think the pairing of him and Sequel work better than this than Wonderstorm. Like I will say that I think they're back and forth.
Not saying really much, but yes, that is true.
Yeah, I think they're back and forth funny. I think they did a great job of doing this story right and not make it too offensive and the voice acting is phenomenal across the board. It's a sweet little animated movie. And I think Jim Carrey two movies in a row with Dr. Seuss that he does very well in. So I had to get an animated movie on here eventually.
Yeah, no, it's a fun flick, so not too bad to wrap that up in the 10th pick. Me and you, Richie, are in the same boat. You go first. Your last pick, which is a Jim Carrey flick.
I liked how you knew where Chris was going in your head. You wrote down Horton Hears Who before he said anything.
I did. Well, once you said animation, and I'm like, I don't think he has any other animations. So.
Anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna go with one. I think it's underrated, and I've seen multiple times. Yeah, it's basically Liar Liar, but like a more positive one. I'm gonna go Yes Man. I think this movie's good. I like it. I like the chemistry between Jim Carrey and Zooey Deschanel. It goes, it goes in weird, wacky directions. I like Terrence Stamp's character. He's weird, and Reese Darby's really good in it. I wish Reese Darby would be in more movies. He's really fun.
Yeah.
I think it's fun. It's a good movie.
No, it's a good pick, and full disclosure, would have been my pick, so you did screw me up. But I still don't mind my last pick here, going for Carrey. I left many things behind when I moved, but I made sure to grab my Batman Forever McDonald's glasses. So I'm going to go Batman Forever. You shut your mouth, Chris. This is still, I think, not a bad 10th round pick. Or 5th round, whatever you want to call it, I guess. But I like him in this, man. And like I said, as a kid, this is definitely not Batman and Robin territory. There's still a lot of fun to be had in Batman Forever here. I like what Carrey's doing here. I like the world they built. I like Tommy Lee Jones. I still have a lot of fun with this movie here. So that'll be my final pick here. So my list: Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, The Truman Show, Wedding Singer, Funny People, Bruce Almighty, Waterboy, Sonic the Hedgehog, Airheads, Click, and Batman Forever. Richie went with Happy Gilmore, Man on the Moon, Big Daddy, Ace Ventura, Reign Over Me, Kick-Ass 2, Hotel Transylvania, I Love You, Philip Morris, You Don't Mess with the Zohan, and Yes Man. Chris Diaz, Hustle, The Mask, Uncut Gems, Dumb and Dumber, 50 First Dates, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Punch Drunk Love, Cable Guy, Meyerowitz Stories, New and Selective, I think is the subtitle, and Horn Hears a Who. And for Brian, Billy Madison, Liar Liar, Grinch, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, The Longest Yard, Ace Ventura When Nature Calls, Grown Ups, Hotel Transylvania 2, A Series of Unfortunate Events, Mr. D's, and Fun with Dick and Jane. Richie, any kind of last words on your list here? Anything you were really sad you didn't get? I don't know, just overall thoughts and plugs, parting words.
Yeah. I mean, Billy Madison probably was one that I was, probably wanted to get. As far as Jim Carrey, The Mask, is a big favorite that I was hoping to snag, I guess. But overall, I'm happy with. I think I'm happy with what I got there. Yeah. But this was fun. I like doing drafts. And I'll segue that into speaking of drafts. You can find a lot of them that we do on the Lonely Marks. We just did a cruiserweight one. And that was a lot of fun. And next time Lonely Marks we're doing WrestleMania main event tier ranker. So that should be fun. Going back through them and. Speaking of that, you can find me on tier ranker tournament fights and combat wrestling trivia. You can find me tomorrow on combat wrestling trivia, where I take on Paul Mead for the CWT title, and I've beaten him before. I'll beat him again. And I've got a 2B podcast with Thomas streaming they upload every Tuesday. Check that out. And
Chris Diaz, overall thoughts here on the draft, your picks that were taken, plugs, parting words.
I would say not to get Eternal Sunshine of Mine or Bruce Almighty. I do love to death the few dimensions. I'm happy I got a lot of good Adam Sandler movie. I don't have crap on my list. Like there's some I avoided altogether. But I happy with my list. I feel stronger with it than I did with the last time I've been on here, because I feel like these are movies that I love that I know a lot of people love, and this stuff that I do like about all of them.
Brian, last but certainly not least here, your initial idea. So, thoughts on your list, other people's lists, things that were taken, things that were said, thoughts, feelings. I'm running out of words.
Yeah, for my list, I'm quite enjoying my list. I picked ones I enjoy of Sandler and Carrey. I was bit bothered couldn't get like Man the Moon or Truman Show, which I saw Truman Show for the first time this year. For me. And for plugs, I do trivia most spaces here. I filmed my match last week against Nick Hernandez. I'll be on tier ranker fight next week for the animated age and earlier, and I'll be competing in Lights Out Trivia this Wednesday night.
Alrighty, and yeah, man, like as I said, it sucks that those good '90s Sandlers, were taken quickly here. A lot of love for them, but I got one of them, Winning Singer. I think it's also a '90s classic, and Waterboy actually to a degree as well. Probably my least favorite of the '90s, but still very much happy to take it. Very happy with my list here. I think I absolutely love the first 5, 6, and then really dig 7 through 10 here as far as review wise here. So good stuff by everyone here though. Adam Sandler, not only anyone picked a complete dud here, they're all very watchable to extremely funny, or in some dramatic cases it's just extremely good in that case. So for Richie, Chris, me, you, and everyone we know, thanks for watching, and we love you more than you'll ever know. And I'm stalling because I'm trying to time it correctly here, so hopefully it'll work out the way I hope it works out.